This is Jerusalem, aka the Holy Land. There is so much to see and so much to do in Israel. This is going to be fast and this is going to be a lot of fun. Hang on tight. One of our first stops was right here at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is the stone slab that many people believe the body of Jesus lay between his death and his resurrection.
Okay, so this is the Sanctuary of the Holy Sepulchre. We just went in there, and Catholics and a lot of Christians believe that is the resting place of Christ's body. Pretty neat.
Crosses are carved into a lot of ancient Christian churches here and everywhere else around the Holy Land. The Temple Mount is the most sacred place on earth for Jews. The Western Wall is all that remains of the ancient temples, where now the Dome of the Rock sits, an Islamic mosque. This place is also sacred for Christians, as this was Jesus' temple site.
What do you think, Dubs?
This is really special. I didn't expect this to be as personal for me as it is, but I don't know.
No matter what your religion is or isn't, the site is moving. While they can't normally visit the Temple Mount, the Jews sing these beautiful, sad songs, remembering their beautiful temple. The Holocaust Museum of Jerusalem is fabulous and so powerful. Make sure to visit if you're in the area.
Okay, we're in Jerusalem heading down to the Western Wall on Friday afternoon for the start of Shabbat. And if you can hear, there's Hebrew music playing over loudspeakers. Not right now, they just stopped. I think a new song's gonna come on. But it's really cool. They're playing music to welcome in the Sabbath and to get the community prepared for that. Really pretty neat.
Friday evening in the Jewish world is so much fun and so incredible. I love the way that they honor their God by celebrating his day, his Sabbath. Shabbat. The site at the Western Wall is one of celebration and joy. As guests in Israel, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint also observe their Sabbath on Saturday. This is the BYU Jerusalem Center, where we had sacrament services. And yes, it overlooks the Temple Mount. The center teaches about ancient Near Eastern cultures, customs, and religions. In the fall, students use this grinding wheel to create olive oil from the olives that are grown in this nearby garden, commemorating Orson Hyde's visit to the Holy Land back in the 1800s. Just down the hill, we find the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus Christ suffered for the pains and sins of all people. A little bit further down is the hill Golgotha, where he was crucified, and the garden tomb, where his body was laid to rest, and where he rose again the third day.
Okay, we just got on bus 234 in Israel, in Jerusalem. It's going to take us down to the checkpoint 300, where we have to cross into Palestine. And I don't know. You've done this before, right?
No. We were on a tour bus.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on a public bus like this.
So we're doing this public transport style. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we just got off the bus and we followed the locals in front of us to this long corridor, and we're crossing over into Palestine. It is? How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
It's kind of intense.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hope we don't get detained.
Okay. Alright, this is the Palestinian wall. You can see. And what's that, babe?
The Walled Off Hotel, that is, Banksy owns that hotel.
Banksy owns the hotel, and apparently in each room there's a different original Banksy. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Bethlehem is the site of the Savior's birth, And here across the hill, you can see the fields where the shepherds were when the angel Gabriel came and announced the birth of Jesus to them.
Hydrating, huh?
Pure ice right here. This is what you do is you get, is this 2 liters?
It was full ice.
Yeah, well, you can see it.
That's
It's
all ice.
2 liters, and you put it in the freezer overnight, and then you have ice cold water all day.
Is that 2 or a liter and a half?
I don't know, it's close to 2.
That's the key to cold water throughout the day in the Middle
And then
East.
it keeps your other drinks cold, or sandwiches.
It refrigerates all your stuff.
This is the Church of the Nativity, the ancient site of the birth of Jesus Christ. When there was no room in the inn for Joseph and Mary, they were led to this stable, on which this church now rests. There's a very old stone in the depths of the church here where the baby Jesus was laid to sleep.
We are on the bus, trying to get back over through the border to Israel, Jerusalem. So we'll see what happens. We finally got on the right bus.
We think we're going the right way.
Yeah, so far.
After making it back over to Israel, we decided to rent a car and see some more of the country. This is Caesarea Maritima. The reason why this site is so important is King Herod had this city built, and this is the first ever deep seaport without a natural bay. The aqueduct out here is pretty remarkable as well. This is the Church of the Annunciation, where the Virgin Mary was visited by an angel, letting her know that she would conceive the Son of God. And on the Sea of Galilee is where Jesus taught many lessons and where his apostles used to work as fishermen. In Israel, you can always find a kippah or head covering whenever you need one. Simon and Andrew, 2 of Jesus' apostles, would have fished in a boat just like this one. Jesus preached the Sermon on the Mount from this hilltop. And Capernaum, the hometown of the Apostle Peter, is an excellent place to go visit. Historians believe that this is the site of Peter's home, and a church has been built on top of it, like so many of the other sites here in Israel.
What are we eating?
This is St. Peter's.
We've kind of been right next to the Sea of Galilee.
And here is the River Jordan, where Jesus was baptized by John. Down near the Dead Sea now is the site of Masada. Masada was one of the last Jewish strongholds holding out against the Romans. The fortress on top of the mesa still has some of these incredible mosaics and beautiful structures. Check out this cistern where they kept the water. Huge.
Crazy deep.
The Roman siege was finally successful as they built a ramp from the east side to breach the walls of the city. However, when they finally made their way in, they found that all of the people inside had killed themselves, rather than being subject to Roman slavery. Just up the road from Masada is the refreshingly fun national park of Ein Gedi. The water flowing through this desert landscape is so fun and so beautiful. We had a wonderful time here. The hiking is great, but the sun is really hot, so make sure you follow Izzy's frozen water bottle trick and stay well hydrated throughout the day. Oh, so worth it. We even made some new wildlife friends. Check out these wild ibex. Ibexes? Ibises. Whatever you call these threatened wild sheep, they're here. Probably my favorite thing that we did in the old city of Jerusalem was to check out Hezekiah's tunnel deep underground the city of David.
Oh man, this is so cool. Look how clear the water is.
King Hezekiah had this tunnel built about 3,500 years ago. The journey through this wet slot canyon-like experience takes about 40 minutes to complete.
And Betsy.
The tunnel terminates near this site, the Pool of Bethesda, where Jesus healed a blind man. This auxiliary tunnel returns you back to the City of David National Park entrance. Takes about 20 minutes. Jerusalem hummus is a must.
Are you eating it?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? He's trying Pop Rock chocolate. I think I can open your mouth. I can hear it.
Yeah, I didn't like that chocolate as much as Izzy wanted me to, but man, we sure had a blast here in Israel. We absolutely loved our time and are excited and already making plans to return. But we've got a lot of other really cool places to explore here on our walkabout. We're trading in the old world for the world of the future. Join us next time as we explore Dubai.